Where do I start? Health, beauty, love, community, definitely family, water, love, family, trees, health, family, trees, health, I grew up obviously in a house, and I think most Canberrans grew up in a house. It's the idea that when you come home, you're there to sleep, eat, recover, and then leave again. Whereas living at NewActon, a house has become totally different. It's an extension of your playground. It's an extension of what you do. You're not just going home to recover. Your home is actually the precinct itself. I feel like my home is in the courtyard as well as in the coffee shop, and so I meet friends, you know, and then they come up to the apartment and you go down. So it's almost like that's your living room, that's your playground. We've kept the old heritage tree, which is probably the most important part of this site. Most people take photos of that tree. There's probably more photos of that tree over all our buildings. You know, we've won a lot of awards for the buildings, but I can tell you, people take photos of that tree, and it's beautiful. Sitting underneath that tree in the summertime, people reading a book, or you know, eating their lunch. That's just spectacular. Maybe it doesn't look it, but you know, I try to ride my bike a bit, and I'd like to sort of get involved. I like to ride quite consistently if I can. In fact, we're looking at putting a bike repair and bike shop down at NewActon. Most people are attracted to water, having lake views or having access to water, because it's calming. I mean, it's calming to see the fog come up in the winter. It's calming to see the sun in the summertime shining on the lake when it's still. But you're also still in the city. Urbanity is important because it brings connection to other people. It brings connection to our life source, you know, to other people around. Like, I can't live if I'm in a house, I feel isolated. You know, I'm no longer connected. It's like cutting the electrical grid. You're no longer connected. You know, if you don't have that anymore, then you don't get power, you don't get energy. Being in an urban place gives you that all the time, 24 hours a day. You know, there's the National Gallery, there's all the other theatres, the street theatre, there's the Rep Theatre, you've got the cinemas, you've got other restaurants and cafes and bars and shopping, all those kind of elements. I mean, we have the Canberra Symphony Orchestra playing down at NewActon, but then I also go to the School of Music to watch them play and watch them perform. So they're not just down here because of the things we do, but they're also up there, but I just walk there. My brother and I have always looked at how do we get people to connect, and with Nishi, we always look at the spaces and say, okay, if this coffee shop is going here, or this bike shop is going here, or a cinema's going here, or something, so how do we make them connect? How do we make people not just walk in through the back door to go home? Let's make them walk through the main lobby. Let's make them pass some of the apartments. Let's make them pass. Let there be spaces where they can share dinner with their friends, like the communal kitchens. While you're getting your bike repaired, instead of just leaving your bike and running off to work, have your coffee, talk to the person behind the bar or behind the counter, sit underneath the tree and bump into your friends, invite them down. If I can get people to experience those kind of things at Nishi, That's what's going to be the most important thing for me, and I will feel like I've accomplished something. Whether you live there or you're visiting Nishi, I hope you have a moment that you will just go, fuck, I feel great today.